Hello! 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 What is up, guys? It is Shipwreck Samantha here today with a bit of a different video. Today I'm going to be doing an Ask the Artist video. I do these every once in a while to answer some questions that you guys ask. These are questions I got from the people that follow me on Instagram, and so I'm going to be answering some of those today. I intended to have a video up today of a speed drawing of me drawing Piper from the new animated short that shows right before Finding Dory. But my computer, I want to rip that computer to shreds right now. I have had so many problems with it where it is refusing to export the file for the video to where I can upload it, so I really should have already had a video up. As I'm filming this right now, I should already have a video on YouTube, but I don't because I'm having issues. So you guys should hopefully be seeing that drawing of Piper next week. Also, this is a very casual video, as you can tell, because I am in my bedroom. I didn't feel like setting up all the equipment in my filming studio to do this quick little video, so we're in here. Also, my hair is really bad, but hey, check this out. Aha! I can put my hair in a really awful ponytail because it's almost long enough. I'm trying to grow it out. So there's that. Anyways, I'm really going off track here, so let's get to the questions.
When did you first get into the ocean? And what motivated you to start drawing it?
To best answer this question, I'd probably say that I grew up loving the ocean and things about the ocean because I grew up watching The Little Mermaid and Finding Nemo, shows like that. Those two were one of my two main childhood movies that I would watch over and over and over again. Things like The Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, Toy Story were just movies I watched a lot growing up. So I just always really loved the ocean. As for what motivated me to start drawing it, I would say the reason, because I love the ocean so much, is just such an inspiration to me. That's why I base a huge majority of my artwork based off of the ocean, is because I get so much inspiration from it. I love the serenity and the peace and the beauty of our oceans, and I draw so much inspiration from that's really why I circle everything I do based off of that, and that's the direction I've gone with That's the direction I've gone with this channel, is because that's really where I draw a lot of my inspiration from. So when did I start drawing it? I've always drawn sea creatures and ocean inspired stuff. There was really never a start, because I feel like I've always done it.
Have you ever wanted to work with the ocean other than through art? Like as a trainer or marine biologist?
It's really funny that you ask this question with those two examples, because those are two things I have wanted to be. I have a long list of things involving the ocean that I've grown up wanting to do. The very first thing, my very first dream job career that I can really think of when I was little, was I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. I always thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And as I got older, I still thought it would be awesome, but thought, I don't think that would work out really well for me. And marine biologist, it did cross my mind to become a marine biologist and to go to college for marine biology. I looked into it a lot, and as a lot of you know, I graduated back in December, so I would have started college like now. But I decided not to go that route because I really wanted to move towards freelance artwork, as well as being a YouTuber. That's the direction I decided to go instead, but it's not out of the question because I love marine biology, and honestly, it really crossed my mind. I wanted to work at the Living Seas at Epcot and was told that you had to have some sort of environmental science degree to work there to really get your foot in the door. So definitely crossed my mind quite a few times, because there was a cast member that was nice enough to take us backstage behind the Living Seas just because I had a passion and a fascination with marine life. He took me backstage above the tanks and showed me around a little bit, and that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, and just solidifying my love for the ocean and marine life was that experience. I've also always wanted to be, well, not always, but I've also, one of the other things I've wanted to do was be a scuba diver. I've wanted for years to get my diving license, and that's still something I plan on doing, just not right now, but I plan on getting it one day so I can go scuba diving a lot. And there are professions with scuba diving as well, so that crossed my mind too. But like I said, didn't actually go that direction, but that doesn't mean that it is ruled out for the future.
What is your biggest fear/issue with being an artist? Or what is your biggest art pet peeve?
I don't know if I have a biggest fear of being an artist because, like I've said in past videos, I've grown up as an artist and I've grown up knowing that I'm an artist and wanting to be an artist, and so I guess there's really no fear behind it because I knew from the beginning really what that all involved and knew what I was getting into. Maybe an issue I have with artwork is the frustration that comes at times because definitely when I was younger, or even just a year or two ago, I guess I still consider me being younger, but anyways, a couple years ago when I was discouraged and frustrated when I wasn't able to illustrate what I had in my mind down on paper. That was so discouraging to me because I felt like I had these wonderful, great, awesome ideas that I could show people, and I wanted people to see what I was imagining, but they couldn't see it because I couldn't show it. So I think that was one of my biggest issues, and I guess also a fear that I would never be able to fully express what I'm seeing through my eyes to other people. So I guess it was a fear that I couldn't share that with people, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I worked so hard to get to where I am now, to where I can now show people my ideas that are in my head and show them on paper just like I imagine them. And that's only come from years of practice and years of not just drawing casually, but intentionally drawing with the intentions of getting better, the intentions of learning and studying and researching. All of that has really paid off because now I'm at the point where I can finally illustrate those ideas how I want them. As far as my biggest pet peeve, I don't know if you mean specifically for me or for art in general, so I'm gonna say one of my largest pet peeves is people selling fan art, which I've made that clear in past videos. Also in a recent video I did on the truth about selling fan art, because it's wrong. It's wrong to steal. And selling fan art, selling licensed characters as your own illustrations is wrong and illegal, but just flat out wrong. And it bothers me, and I've shared that a lot in other videos, so I won't get into it too much. But I guess it's a big pet peeve of mine. Another pet peeve is a lot of people tearing themselves down as artists and saying they're not good enough or they're not that good of an artist, and just kind of putting that label on themselves and assuming that they're not good at artwork, because when you get in that mindset, you're not going to get better that easily. It's so much easier to get better when you understand that there's room for improvement, but you don't let that bring you down, and you use that as a tool to lift you up. So in a really weird rabbit trail way, that I guess those are my pet peeves.
If you had the chance to publish any kind of book, what kind of book would it be about?
These questions that you guys are asking are like so funny to me because you're almost answering the questions you're giving me in the question. Because a lot of you probably don't know this, but I'm a hobby writer and I have always loved writing stories. Sorry, I gotta move the viewfinder, I keep looking at myself. I've always been a hobby writer and I've always loved writing stories for myself. I've never published them. I made a lot of books and things that I never finished, or story ideas that I never fully brought to its full potential, but I finally decided that I was going to write a book and stick with it. Although I did write a full book, but I never edited it and I never published it. But that aside, as for what kind of book I would write a fantasy book about pirates, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm writing a book called New Horizons, which is a pirate adventure story, and it's actually up on Wattpad right now. If you guys want to read it, I have 7 chapters up right now. I have the 8th chapter written, and it just needs to be edited, and I'm going to have that one updated soon. So I'm posting them on Wattpad as I'm writing them to help me to keep writing and not quit this time, because that's a problem I have with quitting my stories. But the fact that I have a lot of readers already that are reading the story and want more of the story is getting me to keep writing it. So basically, my answer is I already am writing a story, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would all go and read it. That would really mean a lot to me.
What advice would you give to someone with naturally curly hair that wants a pixie cut?
I would say get a pixie cut. The problem that people seem to have when they hesitate about getting a pixie cut is they think, do I have the right hair type for a pixie cut? I had the same question, and I thought, can I get a pixie cut with my hairstyle? Because it's not curly, it's not straight, it's that awkward middle that nobody likes. So I was very confused, but at the same time I thought, I'm just gonna go for it and find out what it looks like. My hair actually got curlier when I got it cut. I think that's because my hair wasn't weighed down by this mane of hair that was pulling it straight, so it kind of curled up a little bit. I mean, this is a funny time to ask this question since I'm actually growing out my pixie cut at the moment. I'm growing it out to like a bob so I can enjoy it for a little while and go back to a pixie cut again, because I don't think I could go back to long hair ever again. But another rabbit trail I'm going down here. The point is, people think they don't have the right hair type for a pixie cut when in reality you just have to find the right hairstyle. So go ahead and get a pixie cut. Don't go super short. Okay, it's okay if you even do like a really short bob with just like a lot of hair. Get used to having the short hair for a while and kind of get a feel for it. Then go back a week later to your hairstylist and then get it shaped the way it works well for you. So with really curly hair, it usually works better to have shorter cuts because you don't want that afro look. With my hair, when it was the equal thickness all the way around, it looked like I was wearing a helmet. So what I figured out worked for me was my hairstylist would shave all of this on the back of my head to where this was like half an inch. All the way here, all the way around, and then long on the top. And that framed my face better and evened everything out. So you can definitely get a pixie cut. It's a matter of finding the right hairstyle that works for you. So like go on Pinterest and search for pixie cuts with the same hair type as you and see what styles you think you could pull off and go for it.
Do you live near the ocean?
I wish.
Do you live near Disney, or do you just travel a lot?
I travel a lot. Well, that's all the questions I got for this video. I would like to thank you for watching all the way through. If you aren't already and you'd like to be sure to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe down below. This isn't a normal video. Usually I have art-related videos every single Friday that involve speed paints, tutorials, tips, advice, everything like that. So be sure to stick around if you love to watch art-related videos. And I'd also like to throw it out there, any fellow artists, YouTubers out there, comment down below if you want to do a collaboration video with me. I'm looking for someone to do a collaboration with that is an art channel. So let me know down below if you're interested. I would love to collaborate with you. That's all I have for today. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Friday.